See, I never thought at a point in time that I'll be speaking like this, the way that I'm speaking right now. It's a good thing to speak, but it's also a good thing to be silent. The only difference is being able to know when to speak and when to keep quiet. There's certain truths that need to be spoken, and those truths need to be heard. Once they're heard, they help the next individual or the next person or the next generation. Something to do with passing the baton to those that are upcoming. I only begin to see it now when I have my children growing up. Son, daughter. You see, when you begin to see the traits of your own self in your own children, that's when you know, and that's when you understand that you really need to do something for the next generation. It might not occur to you when you're just living your life as an individual self-acclaimed, self-existent. But then, when you begin to live your life with perspective, looking to add value to someone's life, you can be a father, or you can be single, or you can be a mother, or you can just be an ordinary person who's willing to make a change in somebody's life. That's when you realize that there's a lot that needs to be done. And that lot begins with you. More or less like being the change that you want to see in the world. You really can't face the music when you can't hear it. But when you hear it, you can face the music. The moment you hear it, you begin to see it. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. Why does the word of God say that? Faith comes by hearing. The hearing part of it means that there is something that has been spoken, and that's a voice. You need to speak out, but you need to know when to speak and when not to speak. They say action speaks louder than words. That's true. But how do you act out something that you don't know? You first have to hear it. And to hear it, it first has to be spoken. Building the next generation takes more than a heart. It takes love. Being able to build bridges for the next generation. This is something I term building bridges. # build bridges. I've written a lot about that. Little did I know that I was going to speak about it. But this is something that I would want you to hear. As you live your life, as you envision your dreams, as you stretch your hand to the next person, as you lend an ear to the voiceless person who's willing to say just one word, or just a few words, just a phrase, to speak out and say, I need your help, and you're willing to listen. Those are the things that change people's lives. Those moments you think they're lifeless are full of life. Those opportunities you have to encourage someone. When I had to put it this way, a candle loses nothing in lighting another candle. That is so true. You just increase the light. Like my mom always says, my God of order. He is the author of order and not of confusion. How do you order a thing without having to establish it? What's in order has already been established. And that is that voice, that word. You need to speak, but only when you need to speak. Praying for that discernment, being able to tell when to speak and not to speak, is something we have to pray for. And become the voice of the voiceless. Because one day, it will change someone's life forever. This is Dr. Ruth speaking. And I hope you have been encouraged.